Welcome to today's mat yoga class. Today we're just going to be on the floor. So go ahead and set yourself up so you have some space. And we're going to start out on your backs, someplace easy. Now it doesn't matter what position your legs are in to begin, but try and find a spot where your legs feel easy and just take a minute. Bring your attention into your body here. Maybe take just a moment to congratulate yourself for taking this time to take care of yourself. And if you like the invitation, recognize that you are in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. This invitation is just to give you permission to let your attention be in your body and give yourself this little block of time. Just enough time for this video to focus in, to intentionally take care of your body today. Now go ahead and put one hand on your belly and the other hand on your chest. And become aware of the flow of your breathing. You don't have to change anything, but just begin to notice how your body moves as you breathe. Remember, this is just a focal point, just bringing your attention a little deeper into your body here. Try and find that place where every time you inhale, you're bringing in all the air that you need. And every time that you exhale, that exhale is long and smooth and even. Take a few breaths here on purpose. Just finding that place where you can breathe easy. Now bring your arms down by your sides. We're going to continue to use that easy breathing to pace the movement of our breath. You all are trained for this. So go ahead and just find that breath here. On your next inhalation, let's start with the arms. So raise your arms toward the ceiling and then toward the floor above your head, just as high as it feels good. Feeling that little arch in your back. When you exhale, bring your arms back down that same path until your arms come down by your sides. So really just paying attention here, warming up through your shoulders, your spine. Finding that place where your breathing feels easy. As you inhale, feel that stretch across your chest, your belly. As you exhale, bringing your arms back down by your sides, pulling that belly button in, flattening your back. Do this a couple more times. Just finding the rhythm that feels right for you. Maybe one more time. Letting your attention be in your body, even as you repeat this simple movement. Now let your arms rest down by your sides. Feel your feet flat on the floor. So your knees are bent toward the ceiling, adjusting if you're not already there. All right, feel your feet. Toes, heels are pressing into the floor. Now when you inhale, you're just going to lift your hips up just an inch or two. When you exhale, slowly roll your spine down, one joint at a time. Now we're going to do it again. If you can, lift a little bit higher this time. The entire time you exhale, you're rolling your spine down. If you start to cramp, that means back off. But if you can, do this a couple more times. Inhale, maybe lifting a tiny bit higher this time. Controlling the movement, paying attention. Again, inhale, lifting, maybe just a tiny bit higher. Relax your neck. Let's do one more. Inhale, lifting only as high as it feels good. Relax your neck, chin toward the ceiling. Exhale, roll your spine down, one joint at a time. Now, when your hips reach the floor, go ahead and bring both knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side here. All right. Now you're going to keep your knees in towards your chest. Just switch your hold. On your next inhalation, go ahead and straighten both legs up toward the ceiling, feeling that stretch on the backs of your legs. As you exhale, bend your knees, maybe pointing your toes as you bend. So repeat this movement. Inhale, straightening, flexing. Exhale, bending, pointing. Pay attention to your body as you move. Really connecting to that breath. This time is to pay attention. So notice how your body's moving here. Notice your knees. Notice your hips. Maybe one more time, straightening those legs. And then bend your knees and set your feet back down onto the floor. If you need to adjust your hips, adjust your back, and check in. Feel the effect of what you did. Maybe you feel those legs just waking up here. Now we're going to let the arms rest down by your sides and focus only on your right leg. So go ahead and bring your right knee in towards your belly. On your next inhalation, you're going to straighten that right leg down your mat, like you're dragging your heel down your mat. As you exhale, bend your knee all the way back in towards your belly. So come back to that starting spot. Now repeat this movement. Inhale, straightening, trying to keep those hips stationary so they're not wiggling around too much. Exhale, bend your knees back in towards your belly. Let's do that a couple more times, paying attention. Again, if you start to cramp, that means back off. See if you can keep pulling your belly button in the entire time that you move. Let's do one more. Inhale, straightening. Exhale, bending your knee in towards your chest. Okay, now you're going to straighten that right leg straight down your mat and let your right leg rest on the floor here. Now take a breath. Feel the effect of that little bit of work. All right, again, notice your hips pressing solid into the floor. So your hips aren't moving. We're still moving that right leg. So on your next exhalation, if you can, lift that right leg straight up toward the ceiling, pushing out through your heel, flexing your foot. When you inhale, point your toes, lowering your legs straight down to the floor. Now I'm going to ask you to repeat that movement. So exhale, just lifting. Inhale, lowering. Again, hips stay solid, stable, lifting that right leg. Now keep your right leg up. Take a breath. I'm going to ask you to use your brain just a little bit here. So what we're going to do is that same movement with your right leg, we're going to add moving your opposite arm. So when you inhale, at the same time, you're lowering your leg to the floor, lift your opposite arm to the floor above your head. So you're stretching diagonally across your body. When you exhale, lift that leg back up toward the ceiling, bring your arm down to your side. So inhale, lowering. Exhale, lifting. Let's do one more. Inhale, lowering your leg, lifting that opposite arm, stretching diagonally across your body. Exhale, lifting your leg to the ceiling, arm comes down. Okay, now set your leg onto the floor. Bring that left arm to the floor above your head. So you find that diagonal stretch across your body. Now you're going to hold yourself here, but the action is right here in your abdomen. So each time you exhale, you're pulling your belly button in, feeling that little bit of contraction through the center of your body. Now when you inhale, see if you can press out through the sole of your right foot, simultaneously reaching out through your opposite hand, finding that space. Exhale, pulling your belly button in. Inhale, stretching diagonally. Exhale, pulling that belly button in. One more time. All right, on your next exhalation, bring both knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around both legs and just rock a little bit from side to side. Now's a good time to check in. Notice the effect of what you did. Maybe notice the difference from one side to the other. And then you're going to set both feet back down onto the floor just one time. Lift your hips and set them back down. Realigning your hips, realigning your back. Okay, now we're just focusing on that left leg. Everything else stays the same. So go ahead and bring your left knee in towards your belly to start. When you inhale, you're straightening that left leg down your mat, like you're dragging your heel down your mat. As you exhale, you're bending your knee back in towards your belly. So repeat this movement. Inhale, straightening. Exhale, bending your knee back in towards your belly. Do this a couple more times, finding that rhythm. Try and keep your hips stationary as you move. One more time, straighten that leg straight out onto the floor, and then just let your left leg rest on the floor. Feel your hips relax, feel your leg relax. All right, so again, both hips are pressing solid into the floor, just focusing on that left leg. On your next exhale, lift your left leg straight up toward the ceiling, pushing out through your heel. When you inhale, point your toes, lowering that leg straight down to the floor. So repeat this movement. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, lowering. Let's do it again. Exhale, lift your leg toward the ceiling. This time, keep your leg up. Keep breathing. All right, you ready? We're going to add the opposite arm. So at the same time, when you inhale, lower your leg to the floor. Lift your right arm all the way up alongside your head. So you're stretching diagonally across your body. When you exhale, lift your leg toward the ceiling. Bring that arm back down by your side. Inhale, lowering your leg, lifting your opposite arm. Exhale, lift that leg. Arm comes to your side. Let's do one more. Stretching diagonally on that inhale. Exhale, lift your leg toward the ceiling. Arm comes to your side. All right, now lower your leg to the floor. That right arm comes all the way up alongside your head, and then you get to stay here. So feel the weight of your leg resting on the floor. Maybe feel how heavy it is. See if you can find that stretch diagonally across your body here. If you can't, press out through the sole of your left foot. At the same time, reach out through your right fingertips, just finding that space. Breathing. One more breath right here. Now on your next exhalation, go ahead and bring both knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around both legs and just rock a little bit from side to side here. Feel that stretch along your low back. If you like, lift your head up towards your knees here, curling yourself up into a little egg, and then set your shoulders and your head back down onto the floor. Set your feet back down onto the floor. Now bring your feet close together so your big toes are touching each other, your heels are together. Arms can rest wherever you have space. We're focusing on the hips, the legs. So when you inhale, open your knees wide away from each other, feeling that little stretch on the inside muscles of your legs. The entire time you exhale, bring your knees together. Think about flattening that low back, pulling your belly button in. So inhale, knees go wide. Maybe feel that little arch in your back. As you exhale, bring your knees together, pulling your belly button in. Let's do two more, just like that. One more time. Okay, the next time your knees are wide, if I missed you, sorry. Open up those knees wide. Maybe bring the soles of your feet toward each other. But check in with your body here. Find a spot where your ankles feel comfortable. Maybe squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit behind your back here so you have a nice space, nice and open across the front of your body. Now, this next movement is very subtle. It's hard to see me do it. So just listen to your body, tuning into your body here. Feel your feet. As you inhale, gently, maybe like 10% of your effort, press the soles of your feet toward each other. The entire time you exhale, you're going to release that press, so relax. So it's really subtle. See if you can control it. Inhale, little press at your feet. Exhale, just relaxing. Let's do one more. All right, now just let your legs relax. Keep your knees open. Bring your attention to your glutes, your butt cheeks here. On your next inhalation, you're just going to clench your glutes, squeezing those butt cheeks tight. As you exhale, relax that clench. So again, like that, inhale, clenching. Exhale, relaxing. Let's do one more. Clenching as you inhale. Relaxing the entire time you exhale. Just feel that release through your hips, your glutes. All right, now if you can, keep your legs in this position. Bring your attention to that space between your shoulder blades at your back. This time when you inhale, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together behind your back, opening up across your chest. As you exhale, you're slowly releasing that. So the entire time you inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. The entire time you exhale, relaxing. Let's do one more. And then relax. All right, now bring your attention back down to your legs. Bring your knees all the way together here. Soles of your feet flat on the floor. Now we stretch those muscles on the insides of your legs a lot. We want to bring them back to more neutral. So keep the soles of your feet pressing into the floor. Your feet are close together. Gently squeeze your knees together here. Gently, like 10% of your effort. At the same time, you're pressing your feet into the floor. See if you can flatten that curve of your low back toward the floor. Now you're breathing however you want. Continue to press your feet down. Continue to squeeze your knees together. Continue to flatten your low back. We're going to add one more piece. Press the back of your neck toward the floor here. Give yourself as many chins as you can breathe around. Now relax your neck. Relax that low back. Relax your legs. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Hands on your legs wherever you can reach. And you're just going to take your knees in big, slow circles here. So the idea, the intention of this movement is to get a little motion through your hips, releasing any tension, but also to feel that connection between your hips and your low back and the floor. Just feeling that little massage here. If you can, take your circles in the opposite direction now. Breathing however you need. All right, now hug your knees in towards your chest. If you like, lift your head up towards your knees here, curling yourself up into a little egg. And then set your shoulders down onto the floor. Set your feet down onto the floor. And take a breath. All right. Now I'm going to invite you to roll over. I'm going to roll to the right. So you choose what you want. But if you can, let that left side be on top because we're going to focus on that left side a little bit. Find a way to support your head, your neck. If you have a pillow nearby, you can always put the pillow under your head here. And we're going to start with both knees bent. When you inhale, all you're going to do is lift that top knee up like a clamshell or a hinge. Your feet stay touching each other. As you exhale, set that top knee down. So we're controlling it, focusing on those muscles at the top of your hip, contracting that little bit, releasing as you exhale. So inhale, tightening, exhale, releasing. Pay attention, feel your body here. Let's do one more. Lifting that top knee. Now keep your top knee up. Feel that little clench at your glute. See if you can lower that top knee just a tiny bit. Holding your leg here, try and relax your neck. My neck always wants to help. Lower your top knee just a little bit more, not quite touching your bottom knee. And then lower that top knee all the way down. Feel the release in your hip. All right, now you're going to straighten your top leg so your foot can rest toward the floor. If you're feeling really tight, this IT band area, this is your IT band, that big tendon down the outside of your leg. If it's super tight, you might not even touch the floor here. That's okay. Just pay attention. Maybe pull your belly button in a little bit. All right, so what we're going to do is when you inhale, you're just lifting that top leg parallel to the floor. As you exhale, lower your foot back down. So repeat this movement. Little lift as you inhale, lowering down as you exhale. Do this a couple more times. Can we do one more? Little lift. All right, now see if you can keep your leg up. The big deal here is you want to keep your thigh, your hip in this position. When you inhale, you're just bending your top knee like you're going to kick yourself in the butt. When you exhale, you're straightening that top leg so your leg is parallel to the floor. So exhale, bending. Inhale, straightening. Maybe two more, just like that. Exhale, straightening. Let's do one more time. Inhale, bending. Now you're going to keep your knee bent. Bring your knee all the way to the floor in front of you. Find a spot where your knee can rest on the floor. Now the idea here is to feel that stretch along the outside of your hip. All right, if you like, you can put a pillow or a blanket underneath your bent knee, but your legs are going to stay in this position. We're going to twist the upper body. Start by reaching your left hand out in front of you, so your hand's on the floor in front of you to start. On your next inhalation, you're going to reach that left arm up toward the ceiling and then all the way toward the floor behind you. I hope you weren't watching me. I wasn't doing that. Let's do it again. So when you exhale, bring your hand all the way back to the floor in front of you. Let's do it again. So inhale, reaching up and back. The entire time you exhale, reaching toward the floor in front of you. Maybe two more, just like that. Remember, you're paying attention to your body here, so just go as far as it feels good. If you can, one more time, reaching up and back. Now, if you can, stay here, but you have to keep breathing. Try and relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Maybe drop that left shoulder toward the floor as much as possible. When you exhale, really pull your belly button in. When you inhale, feel that stretch across your chest. Maybe one more breath. All right, on your next exhalation, bring that left hand all the way to the floor in front of you again, and take a breath here. Really reach out through your left fingertips, stretching behind your shoulder blade. Your hand can stay on the floor if you like. And then relax that left arm. Now we're going to roll over onto our hands and knees. So take your time. Rolling over onto your hands and knees. Adjusting, maybe giving a little fold in your mat if you need a little extra cushion under your knees. But just find a spot where your knees, your wrists feel okay. We're just moving the spine here. So on your exhale, you're going to pull your belly button in, rounding your back. When you inhale, flatten your back. Now remember, if your knees don't like this, skip this part. Exhale, rounding your back, finding that stretch along your spine. Inhale, flattening your back. Let's do one more. Okay, if you like, sit back into child's pose. Elbows to the floor, forehead to the floor. Stay here, take a free breath. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to roll over so that you're resting on your left side this time. You don't have to rotate all the way around, but I will, just so I'm still facing the camera. All right, now as you come on to your left side, again, find a way to support your head, your neck that feels good. Start with both knees bent, legs stacked on top of each other. Now your feet stay touching each other. When you inhale, you're just lifting that top knee. As you exhale, lower it back down. That's the movement. Pull your belly button in a little bit. Inhale, lifting that top knee so you can feel the muscles on the outside of your hip working. Exhale, lowering down. Maybe 2 more. It doesn't have to be far to feel work. All right, the next time your top knee is up, find that spot you can keep your top knee up, but you got to breathe. Now see if you can lower that top knee just a little bit. Holding your leg here, still breathing, right? See if you can lower your top knee a tiny bit more, holding your leg here. And then lower that top knee all the way down. Feel the release in your hip. All right, now you're going to straighten your top leg down. Pay attention. Maybe it's different on this side. I know I'm a lot tighter on this side. My foot doesn't want to come all the way down. So keep pulling your belly button in. Your arm can be wherever it feels comfortable. What we're going to do is as you inhale, you're lifting that top leg parallel to the floor. As you exhale, lower your foot back down, pulling that belly button in. So inhale, little lift. Exhale, lowering down. Do this a couple more times. The next time your leg is up, find a place where you can hold your leg up. You got to breathe though. Now your thigh stays in this position. All you're doing is bending your knee like you're going to kick yourself in the butt as you inhale. Straightening that leg as you exhale. So again, like that, inhale, bending. Exhale, straightening. Maybe 2 more. Okay, I lied. 1 more time. Bend that top knee. All right, now keep your top knee bent. You're going to bring that top knee all the way to the floor in front of you and set your knee onto the floor in front of you. Now your hips stay in this position. Just feel that little stretch on the top of your hip. Bring your right hand to the floor in front of your chest. On your next inhalation, you're going to raise that right arm toward the ceiling and then reach toward the floor behind you as much as you can. I have to bend my elbow for space, but you can do that too. When you exhale, bring that arm all the way to the floor in front of you again. So repeat this movement. Inhale, reaching up and back. Exhale, reaching all the way to the floor in front of you. Do this a couple more times. You find the space that feels good for you. Okay, I'm going to adjust. 1 more time. Reaching back, because we're going to stay here. Find a place where you can stay. Now, let that right arm, that right shoulder drop toward the floor as much as you can. Feeling that twist through the top of your body. Take a couple of breaths. Every time you exhale, pull your belly button in. It may feel different on this side. Pay attention to your body here. All right, now go ahead and bring that right arm all the way to the floor in front of you. Maybe reach out through your right fingertips, finding that space behind your right shoulder blade. Breathe. All right, now relax your right arm. You're going to roll all the way over onto your back, adjusting on your mat unless you roll off. I'm totally rolling off. So it doesn't have to be graceful. And I have to say that every time I relax, these little earbuds fall out. So pardon me while I play with my ears the entire time. So as you come onto your back, see if you can refocus your attention in your body here. Remember, this time is about taking care of you. All right, now as you're on your back, see if you can reach both arms out to the sides here. We're just moving the arms. Legs stay in this position. On your next exhalation, raise your arms over your chest, pulling your belly button and flattening your back. When you inhale, open your arms out to the sides, pressing into the floor. Now your arms can come closer to your body if that feels comfortable. Exhale, reaching toward the ceiling, pulling your belly button in. Inhale, opening wide. Okay, do this a couple more times. Paying attention to your body as you move. All right. The next time your arms are reaching toward the ceiling, keep reaching toward the ceiling. We're going to add another piece of this movement. Bring your attention down to your feet. Feel your feet, your toes, your heels pressing into the floor. What's going to happen is at the same time, you're going to inhale. Lift your hips just a little. Open your arms out to the sides. As you exhale, roll your spine down, reaching your arms up toward the ceiling. Now, I want you to try and keep your chin toward the ceiling, so you're not turning your head to watch the video. Just paying attention. Inhale, lifting your hips, arms go wide, pressing into the floor. Exhale, roll your spine down, reaching your arms up. If it feels okay, let's do 2 more. If any part of your body starts to cramp, that means back off. 1 more time. All right, the next time your arms are on the floor, let your arms stay on the floor, roll your spine down. Bring your knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, maybe rock a little bit from side to side here. All right, I don't know about you all, but I can really feel my hamstrings now. So we're going to take care of those hamstrings. Keep your right knee in towards your chest. That left foot can come to the floor. Hold the back of your right leg. On your next inhalation, straighten that leg you're holding toward the ceiling, feeling that big stretch. When you exhale, bend your knee all the way back in toward your belly. Do this one a couple more times. Just moving at the speed of your breathing. Maybe 1 more time. Now, if you can't, keep that leg up toward the ceiling. See if we can stretch that left leg straight out onto the floor. Press your left leg into the floor at the same time you lift that right leg toward the ceiling. There's a little bit of work. Don't forget to breathe. All right, now you're going to bring both knees in towards your belly. Wrap your arms around your legs. Maybe rock a little bit. All right, you good? We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just bring your feet to the floor so you can adjust your hips, adjust your back. And then bring only your left knee in towards your belly, holding the back of that left leg. On your next inhalation, you're going to straighten your left leg straight up toward the ceiling. When you exhale, bend your knee all the way back in towards your belly. Again, like that. Inhale, straightening. Exhale, bending. Let's do 1 more. Straighten that left leg toward the ceiling. If you can, keep your left leg up. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Just make sure you feel that action. If you're feeling frisky, straighten that right leg straight out onto the floor, pressing your right leg down into the floor at the same time. You lift that left leg up, feel the work. All right, on your next exhale, bring both knees in towards your belly, wrap your arms around both legs, rock a little bit. Oh. All right, now keep your knees in towards your chest. Reach your arms in between your legs. Hold your feet, your ankles, your shins. Just holding someplace you can relax your shoulders, your head toward the floor. All right, keep holding your legs. You're just going to straighten that right leg out to the right side, just as far as it feels good. And then bend your right knee toward your armpit. Now straighten that left leg out to the left side. And then bend your left knee toward your armpit. All right. Now, if you're feeling frisky, you can straighten both legs out to the sides. Ripping, tearing, shooting, cramping, pain is too far. Don't go that far. And then bend both knees towards your armpits. Now release your legs. Set your feet back down onto the floor. Oh, we did so much work through the hips. I've got one more hip movement for you. If you can, open your feet a little wider than hip distance away from each other. Your feet are still on the floor. Arms can rest wherever you like. When you exhale, you're just twisting both knees to the right, turning your chin left. Really pull that belly button in. When you inhale, untwist. And then exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, untwist. So repeat this movement. The entire time you exhale, you're twisting. The entire time you inhale, untwisting. Just releasing that space around your hips, your hip flexors. Maybe even feeling it in your low back or your neck. Paying attention to your body here. When you feel even, like you've twisted to both sides equally, let your knees and your chin stay up toward the ceiling. And then one last time, bring your knees in towards your chest, just finding that easy stretch along your back. And then let both feet come back down to the floor. If you feel like you need to do one more stretch, one more movement so that your hips, your legs can rest easy, take a minute to take care of yourself. We're going to do one more thing for your arms. So find that place where your legs can rest easy. We're going to do both hands at the same time. So bring your attention out to your hands. Spread the fingers of both hands wide here, stretching across your palms. Now curl your hands into fists. And then curl your fists in toward your forearms, bending your elbows. And then lift your elbows up toward your head, curling your arms up just as high as it feels good. Take a breath. Now uncurl your arms. Reach back down the sides of your body like you're reaching toward your feet, spreading those fingers wide. Press the backs of both hands into the floor. See if you can get your thumbs to touch the floor. At the same time, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together behind your back. Take a breath. And then relax all that effort. Now bring your attention up to your neck and your throat. Slowly, gently rock your head from left to right, from ear to ear. Just finding that release, that stretch along your throat, your neck. Breathing however you need. When you've had enough, let your head come back to center. And just bring your attention to the muscles of your face. Gently tighten the muscles of your face, squeezing your eyes tight, clench your jaw, purse your lips, breathe in through your nose. When you exhale, relax, breathing out through your mouth. Again, like that, tightening, breathing in through your nose. Exhale, relaxing, breathing out through your mouth. One more time. This time when you exhale, open your mouth really wide. Maybe stick your tongue way out. Look up over the top of your forehead, stretching the muscles of your face. And then relax the muscles of your face. Take a free breath. Now move your attention through your body here. Check in, noticing the effect of what you've done today. Notice any place in your body where it feels like you did something strong. Remember what you did. Remember the movement. Remember the part of your body that felt so strong in the practice today. Take a moment to appreciate the strength of your body and appreciate the strength of your mind, the strength of your focus. Now move your attention through your body again, except this time, notice any place where it feels like you stretched it out, you made some space, maybe even let go of a little tension. Remember what you did to create that sense of space. And recognize the space that you made in your day, the time and the effort you made to take care of yourself. Now just become aware of your whole body resting here. Take a minute, appreciating the effect of the work that you did, recognizing the care that you have taken to take care of your body. And then just bring your attention to your breathing. You don't have to change anything. This practice is just about focusing your mind, appreciating this easy breath. The breathing, we don't have to pay attention for it to happen. So we can become mindless, forget to appreciate this easy breathing. So take a moment right now, just noticing, breathing on purpose. If your mind wanders, if your brain takes off to take care of something else, just notice and then gently bring your attention back to this breath. Now bring your attention back into your body. Keep breathing. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, waking your body up to movement. Maybe stretch any part of your body that feels a little stiff from resting on the floor. And then if you like, bring your knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, and just rock a little bit from side to side here, feeling that little massage, that little release along your back. And then I'm going to invite you to roll over onto one side and take a breath here. And if you can, paying attention, slowly come up into a seated position. There is no rush. As you come up into this seated position, give yourself one more breath right here. Taking a moment to transition between the practice and whatever comes next. Thanks so much for playing. Namaste.